What is up, guys? It's Mel and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a good day. Okay, so this is another Mel at the Movies reaction, and we're going to be reacting to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. This is what I think is the final film in the franchise for Harrison Ford. And it's got Phoebe Waller-Bridge. If you don't know who that is, she was in Fleabag. Phenomenal show. If you haven't seen it, go find it. It's on Amazon Prime. Well worth the watch. It's 2 seasons, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge is just a force to be reckoned with in that show, as well as everything else she's done. I know that she's done writing for Star Wars and a few other productions. So Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. The last one I saw was Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I was okay with it. I never saw it as this, when it comes to older franchises getting a modern day telling or a modern day entry, even though, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was set in the 60s, I believe. Maybe before that, I think it was the 50s, 60s. But in terms of because the older ones were set in, the 70s onwards, and then you had Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which was made in the mid 2000s. Obviously things had changed film wise. It wasn't the kind of films that we grew up with. So that's why Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was so different. I know that the fan base is very divided on it. Some people like it, some people don't. I liked it. It was a little weird with the Crystal Skull and the aliens and, excuse me, things like that. But it's Indiana Jones. I don't think people can complain too much when, if you look at Raiders of the Lost Ark, people's faces melting off, and things like that. So there are supernatural things that happen around Indiana Jones, and then obviously in the games as well. If you played Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, which is one of my favorite Xbox games. And yeah, I don't know what to expect from this. I heard someone say that they were going to de-age Harrison Ford. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, I think this will be Harrison Ford's final outing. If they do de-age him, I'm wondering if he's going to do an afterlife clause in his contract. Because I was listening to someone on Twitter today, actually, and they were talking about, the de-aging aspect in Hollywood and how there's an afterlife clause in contracts. And the actors who have passed on and have that technology utilized, then their families would still get, money, because, their loved one is basically, you know, coming back in AI. It's a really weird thing. I don't know many performances because I know that I was told that not de-aging, but I know that like deep fakery and stuff like that gets used in Star Wars. I've not seen Rogue One and The Mandalorian. I only saw the first episode of season 1, so I really need to get into that show. But with Indiana Jones, in terms of the de-aging, will it work? I don't know, but that's the whole point in this reaction, to see how it goes. I've got another reaction coming up for the new Transformers movie. Looks weird to me, but it's Transformers. But yeah, it's got Harrison Ford, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and Mads Mikkelsen, who I'm a huge fan of. He is just a phenomenal actor. If you want to see Mads Mikkelsen at his prime, obviously a lot of people talk about Hannibal and think all of those performances, but you've got to see him as Cliff in Death Stranding. Peak performance, even though it's a video game. If you haven't played it, play it. Trust me, you'll love it. It can get a little bit heavy, but Mads Mikkelsen is, a tour de force, as we all know. But I hope you guys enjoy the reaction. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Mel. I'm a variety streamer and reactor on Twitch, as well as right here on YouTube. Consider subscribing. It's completely free, and you can unsubscribe at any time. And without further ado, let's get into Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I miss the desert. I miss the sea.
Oh, that was nice.
And I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us.
Those days have come and gone.
Perhaps not.
Oh, they brought him back.
I don't believe in magic. But a few times in my life, I've seen things. Things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe. It's how hard you believe it.
Oh, nice.
Who is this man?
I'm her godfather.
Related.
Get back.
Okay, so that was Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I do like the look of it, and I'm glad that they've gone back to, peak Indiana Jones. My favourite is the Temple of Doom, always has been. I like the other ones, but Temple of Doom is just, for me, that had a little bit of everything, right? You had the romance element, you had the horror element, and then obviously all of the action and stuff like that. So it is one of my favourite films in the series. When it came to The Last Crusade, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I know that there's a huge fan base for that, but in terms of my pick, it would have to be Temple of Doom. It's Willie Spot and the Obi-Wan Club and things like that at the beginning. I just love it. And then obviously Short Round, can't forget Short Round. Bringing back John Rhys Davies, like, if you don't know who that is, he played Gimli in Lord of the Rings. He was in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I can't remember if he was in The Last Crusade. It wasn't in Temple of Doom. Wasn't it? Was it in Temple of Doom? I can't remember. I've not seen them in ages. I need to rewatch them. But John Rhys Davies, Gimli's Lord of the Rings. Obviously we all know who he is. I'm glad they brought him back for this. So it's going to be good. I don't know. I mean, when it comes to Phoebe Waller-Bridge, when the guy at the end of the clip says, "Who is this?" and Indy goes, "Oh, I'm her godfather." So it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. Are they going to keep the Shia LaBeouf element in there from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? It'll be interesting to see when it comes out next year. I like the de-aging that they've done with Indy, but it looks a bit weird to me because I'm not used to it. So I think if I watch movies with the de-aging thing, then it might soften the blow for me when I see this, in its entirety. If you guys know any movies where they've actually done the de-aging thing, let me know in the comments. And let me know what you think of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I love the ending of this, when he's just throwing his whip around and then they all pull out the gun and he's ducking, and, that was just phenomenal. I had a great time with that. It was funny. And I think this is set in the 60s during the moon landing. Or it's dealing with the rocket that goes up to the moon. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Dial of Destiny, there's obviously going to be a supernatural component, or at least I hope so, because it's been that way in all of the Indiana Jones movies. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, it was the Ark of the Covenant, which melted faces, and sucked all the bad guys away. And then you've got Temple of Doom, which dealt with Kali, and basically hypnotization through, blood rituals, and things like that through the stones, and then you've got The Last Crusade dealing with the Ghost Knight, obviously, then Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So there's always been a supernatural component. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go about with the Dial of Destiny. As for Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I hope that she has a good guy in this, because if she is another bad guy, it's going to take away from Mads Mikkelsen's performance, only because Mads and Phoebe are just, you know, two really great actors. So I can't wait to see how this turns out. Let me know what you guys think about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Are you going to be watching it when it comes out? Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below. And if there's anything else that you would like me to react to, let me know. I'm also going to start putting up polls on the community tab, which is also linked in the description box below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please take care of yourselves and stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.